very warm and a hearty welcome to all of you friends. A very good evening to all of you. Welcome to BYJU'S Exam Prep, the most comprehensive preparation app for all exams. So friends, today we are back with weekly legal current affairs. Now, what are those important weekly legal development that you as a student who is preparing for CLAT and other law entrance examination must be aware of? So, BYJU'S Exam Prep brings to you this weekly legal current affairs part 4 just for you, since you guys are preparing for CLAT and other law entrance examination. So majorly today I am going to discuss with you certain very important legal developments in the field of law. Now, as you are aware of the fact that the central government has appointed the new Attorney General of India, that will be also there in the news. So today we bring to you certain very important aspects of legal development which you as a student must be aware of. Simple, okay, to be precise. I know that it's all the Dashera time, it's Durga Puja time, and most of you are very much concerned with your the festival itself. I understand it's festival time, but we must also keep in our mind that we have an exam to sit in 2.5 months. October, November, and then in December 18th, you have your CLAT examination. So in view of that, let's begin with this particular session itself. A very good evening to all of you friends. Let's begin. Before we begin, BYJU'S Exam Prep brings to you an All India Mega Mock for CLAT 2023. How many of you have already attempted this mock? Those of you who haven't, it's a kind reminder, it's a gentle reminder for all of you to appear for this CLAT experience. You get to understand what CLAT might look like. These are all, by giving this mock, you also understand your strength and your weakness, and you can also identify the best CLAT strategy for yourself. So guys, what are we going to learn today? Senior Advocate of the Supreme Court of India, Mr. R. Venkataramani, is the next Attorney General for India. Since Mr. K.K. Venugopal has decided that he is no longer willing to take or appear in the court because of his old age, he is around 90 plus. So in view of that, the government has decided to appoint Mr. R. Venkataramani as the next Attorney General for India. Moving on, we are also going to talk about the Janhit Abhiyan and connected matters. The Janhit Abhiyan matters is that matter relating to economically backward class, okay, ECB. So economically weaker section, EWS category. Now, judgment has been reserved in this case. I'm going to tell you what this law or this Janhit Abhiyan deals with. Another very landmark in the history of India is that the Constitution Bench hearing has started live streaming. So even if you are anywhere located in the world, you can see what is happening in the courts inside. You can hear the arguments of the lawyers, and you can also see what transpired in the court, what questions were asked by the judge, another very important thing. And finally, I'm going to talk about MC Mehta versus Union of India, which deals with all construction activity, all commercial activity happening within 500 meters of Taj Mahal has to stop. Let's begin. The central government has appointed Senior Advocate R. Venkataramani as the new Attorney General of India. Since Mr. K.K. Venugopal, his term ends on 30th September, and he has himself decided not to take that role or hold that office further. So the central government has appointed Mr. R. Venkataramani as the next Attorney General for India. Now, the appointment is for a period of 3 years. Okay, so Mr. K.K. Venugopal was appointed. There was an extension that was given to Mr. Venugopal, and finally Mr. Venugopal has said that he does not wish to hold that office because of his old age and health condition. He is around 90 years of age, gentlemen. So at the age of 90, he was the Attorney General of India. So he's a little old. Okay, so please understand this. The next important thing, who is the Attorney General of India? Now, some very important thinkers about the Attorney General of India happens to be the fact that he is the highest law officer of the country. So, the Attorney General of India happens to be the highest law officer of the country. He is the chief legal advisor to the government of India. So, if the government of India requires any kind of legal advice, who is going to give that advice? It is the Attorney General of India. Currently, from tonight onwards, it will be Mr. R. Venkataramani, the Attorney General of India. So, now, the Attorney General of India can be removed at any point in time by the President because the President appoints him. Now, one very important fact about the role of the Attorney General of India, apart from the fact that he is the senior most law officer of the country, he is the chief legal advisor to the government of India in legal matters, he has a right to speak or take part in the proceedings of the Lok Sabha as well as the Rajya Sabha, but he does not have a right to vote. Now, one of this very important feature that we see with the Attorney General's office is the fact that the Attorney General can take part in any proceeding of the House. He can take part in the debates of the Houses, Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha, but he does not have any right to cast a vote in favor or against a particular motion. Am I clear, everyone? Is that clear? Okay, brilliant. So I hope that you guys are liking this session. And if you're liking this session, do press the like button. Do share this video with your friends who are also preparing for CLAT and other law entrance examination. Let's move on to the next important news. Now, the Supreme Court, a constitution bench of the Supreme Court, which was headed by Justice U.U. Lalit, the Chief Justice of India, has reserved the judgment relating to the challenge of the 103rd constitutional amendment. Now, there is a challenge to the economically weaker section of the society quota, right? So, there is a challenge to the EWS, okay? That is economically weaker section, that 10% reservation is made by virtue of the 103rd constitutional amendment insofar as the economically weaker section of the society is concerned. So the Parliament, Indian Parliament passed a constitutional amendment wherein a particular subsection was inserted under Article 15 and Article 16, which dealt with reservation for the economically weaker section of the society. Now, in cases of education, that is government schools and colleges, as well as in public employment, 15 deals with reservations in education institutions, schools and colleges. Public employment is given under Article 16. So, the Constitution Bench, which was deciding on the validity of the 103rd constitutional amendment dealing with the reservation of the economically weaker section of the society, providing 10% reservation, that judgment has been reserved by the Constitution Bench. Now, one very important thing about this particular law is this. Article 15 deals with socially and educationally backward classes. Socially and educationally backward classes. Now, for the first time, the government has come up with a law which deals with reservation insofar as economic criteria is concerned. What is your salary? What is your income? Now, in India, reservation is based on social backwardness as well as educational backwardness. But for the first time, the government, since it came up with economic criteria reservation, there was a constitutional amendment. Now, the argument that Article 15 subclause C 6, which deals with 10% EWS, which was added by the 103rd Amendment, it does not cover the SC, ST and the OBCs. This exclusion of the SC, ST, OBC is violative of Article 14. Am I clear? So, the people who are challenging this law are simply saying that look here is a particular law which provides 10% reservation to the EWS category, which has specifically excluded the SC, ST and the SCBCs. Okay, am I clear? So it violates the rule of equality as defined under Article 14 of the Indian Constitution, which says that the state shall not discriminate a person on the basis of caste. Now, you are giving reservation excluding the SCs and STs. This exclusionary principle is bad in law. Is that clear, everyone? Is that clear to each and every one of you? Okay. Brilliant. Now, this constitutional 103rd Amendment came into being in the year 2019, whereby subclause 6 was added to Article 15 and Article 16. Now, for the first time, for the advancement of the economically weaker section of the citizen, and 10% reservation was made. A 10% reservation was made by inserting two subclauses. Subclause 6 of Article 15, which says that economically weaker section can get reservation in schools and colleges. Subclause 6 of Article 16 says that economically weaker section of the society can get reservation in public job and employment. Now, this is for the first time that a reservation is premised on economic criteria. Am I clear? It is for the first time that on the basis of economic criteria, a particular reservation is made. Now, this is in excess of the already reservation. Now, there's this very important judgment of Indira Sahani versus Union of India. Now, Indira Sahani versus Union of India, a constitution bench decided that reservation cannot exceed 50%. The maximum reservation that can happen is 50%. Now, most of the states have exceeded that limit. Now, there are states like Tamil Nadu where there is around 79% reservation. Now, if you add another 10 to 80, that means 90% is reserved. So the general category gets only 10%. Now, this limit has to be decided. So the Supreme Court has reserved its judgment in relation to this particular issue at hand. Am I clear? Is that clear to each and every one of you? So if you are understanding this session, do press the like button and share this session with your friends, because these are very, very important things, absolutely necessary for each and every one of you out there. Okay. Is that clear, everyone? Any doubts? Any doubts? So this 10% reservation is in addition to the already existing reservation. Okay? Any doubt? Can we move ahead? Can we move on? If you guys have any doubt, let me know. Okay? I think people are very busy with their festivities. Okay? Because Durga Puja is there, as well as this Navratri celebration, Dandiya and all. So you guys are very busy with that. Okay? But whatever. Okay, fantastic. Great to see that. Great to see your responses. Okay, fantastic. Let's move ahead. In a landmark judgment way back by the Supreme Court itself, which said that people should have a right to know what is happening in the courts. Now, when lawyers argue in the court, how many of you know what that lawyer is arguing, what that judge is saying? No one knows. It all happens inside the court. Now, we as citizens of this country, do have a right to know what is happening inside the courts. We have a right to know. Now, for the first time in the history of the Supreme Court, in a landmark decision, and hats off to the present Chief Justice of India, Justice UU Lalit, that the Supreme Court started hearing the constitution benches matter, and these constitution bench matter hearing will be live streamed. It has started streaming. So you can also watch the court proceeding. You want to see Kapil Sibal arguing, you want to see a great lawyer arguing like Mr. Tushar Mehta, who is a Solicitor General. You want to see the most important debates happening in the courts. Just you can see it on your mobile phone, on your laptop if you have internet. Is that clear? So the Supreme Court has started this very important thing of live streaming of constitution bench matters. Now, when did it rise? Now, way back in 2018, around 4 years back, the Supreme Court accepted in a judgment that people at large, people suppose are living in Kerala, Tamil Nadu, some parts of North India, Northeast, they don't come to the courts, they don't know what is happening in the Supreme Court. Now, there has to be transparency, there has to be accountability, right? Now, always remember that the sunlight is the best disinfectant. When there is sunlight, all the darkness goes away. Now, people have that allegation, my lawyer argued, the judge did not listen, so the judge gave a wrong order. That will not be there if there is live streaming of these proceedings. People will get to know what their lawyer had argued, what the judge asked to the lawyer. So everything will be supported. And this is a great step by the Supreme Court, that there was a lot of criticism about the Supreme Court. If the parliament proceedings can be live telecasted, why can't the Supreme Court proceeding be live telecasted? Very important. Very, very important, guys. Okay. This is a very, very important thing. Okay. Did you all understand? Are you all understanding the Constitution Bench judgment hearing? Okay. The Constitution Bench, whenever they sit, you can live stream them on your YouTube. That is NIC website, National Informatics Center website, as well as you can just log on into webcast.government.in/SCINDIA. That is SC Supreme Court India. Okay, so you can watch the judges asking, and this is absolutely good in a democracy. In a democracy, there has to be checks and balances. You cannot have a system where there is opacity, where there is confidentiality, right? Okay, fantastic. Moving on to the next important development. MC Mehta versus Union of India. All business activities which are taking place close to the Taj Mahal, the seven wonders of the world, the great Taj Mahal, the beautiful one. Now, all business activities has to stop. That is what the Supreme Court has said. The Supreme Court has directed the Agra Development Authority that all commercial activities which are taking place within 500 meters of the Taj Mahal outer wall, the boundary wall, has to absolutely stop. Is that clear? This Taj Mahal is pretty old. It's getting, there are renovation activities going on very soon. Now, in and around Taj Mahal, there has been so much of crowd, so much of clumsiness that the seven wonders of the world is deteriorating. And we want this Taj Mahal to be one of the seven wonders of the world, one in India. Right? So, the Supreme Court has decided that no business activity, all business activity must stop, must halt, which comes within 500 meters of the outer wall of Taj Mahal. Is that clear? All of you? Any doubt? Any doubt? All the business activities has to stop. Okay, so guys, if you are liking this session, do press the like button. Okay, there are so many students watching me right now, and I see there are so many few likes. Why? You're not liking the session. Okay. Okay, fantastic. Let's move ahead. Okay. Now, BYJU'S exam prep brings to you a test series, a very important test series for each and every one of you preparing for your CLAT examination. We provide you 45 mocks, 20 CLAT and 25 non-CLAT mocks, 9,000 practice question, topic test covering every single subtopic, detailed analysis of the mock, and the test series is curated by CLAT NLU alumni, and which is based on your actual exam pattern. So henceforth, I request each and every one of you to definitely enroll for the BYJU'S exam prep test series, which brings to you a lot of mocks, 20 mocks and 25 non-CLAT mocks for ALATE, Maharashtra CET, SLAT, Symbiosis, and others. Is that clear, everyone? You get a lot of benefit from this. So join now and get yourself that, just get the test series. Now, BYJU'S exam prep brings to you a crash course for CLAT 2023. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday at 9 p.m. we shall have classes on our YouTube platform. Okay, some very important classes. These are must-attend classes for each and every one of you if you are preparing for CLAT 2023. So do subscribe to our YouTube channel. And thank you very, very much. God bless you. Stay home, stay safe, stay healthy. But do one thing, that is subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you haven't, do press the bell icon. Do follow us on our Instagram. Do like our Facebook page. Do join our Telegram channel. That is very, very important. And above all, download our BYJU'S exam prep app. Okay, just download the BYJU'S exam prep app so that you get all that you require for your examination. So guys, with this, we come to the end of this session. Thank you very, very much. God bless you. Stay home, stay safe, stay healthy. Thank you very much. Bye-bye. Good night. Have a great Navratri celebration. Have a great weekend ahead. Yes, it's all festivity times. I understand. Have a great Garba or Dandiya, whatever you want to play. Thank you very much. God bless you. Bye-bye. Good night. Have a great weekend, lovely weekend. Enjoy yourself. Bye bye. Tata.